Good afternoon, welcome back to Fujitsu Forum TV, where we continue to bring you live and exclusive coverage from events here at Fujitsu Forum 2019. As we've been telling you all morning, our guests from more than 80 countries have descended on Munich today. As you can see behind us, there's a whole hive of activity within the digital transformation zone. I should say, right on cue, you're going to hear a couple of announcements over the top of this segment. Hopefully it's not going to interrupt your viewing pleasure too much. We've been promising on our commitment to look at key verticals and key technologies. What are the challenges businesses are facing right now? And more importantly, what are the answers to those challenges and how do we unlock value? Joining me next to talk about multi-cloud is a familiar face, Mark Phillips. We've been talking quite a bit over the last few months. Mark's the head of multi-cloud at Fujitsu across Northern and Western Europe. I'm delighted to say Thomas Häggström, who's the Microsoft Azure offering lead at Fujitsu, also joins us, and we're also bringing you one of our partners and customers. Joining us from Microsoft EMEA is Ziva. Khaiat, thank you all for coming and saying hello.
Pleasure.
Mark, we were talking, June, Fujitsu World Tour.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in just a matter of weeks, it feels like markets leapt on again. What's going on with cloud at the moment? What are the trends out there that businesses are looking at?
So, really huge at the moment, applications transformation. Just 2 short years ago, less than 10% of customers were transforming their applications as they move into the cloud. It's now 1 in 2. And actually I saw a stat the other day saying that there'll be more applications developed in the next 3 years than have actually been developed in the last 40.
Wow.
So apps transformation, apps development for the cloud, absolutely massive. Next area is all about security. Because clearly, particularly multi-cloud security, customers are having to get used to a new way of working with their hyperscale providers as they move their services to the cloud. And also the differences between some of those cloud platforms is also potentially opening up security opportunities for organizations with maybe not such great intents towards our customers. So multi-cloud security, massive area. And then the third aspect, we've seen a whole host of what I would describe as coexistent solutions coming to market through partnerships between the various cloud vendors. So Microsoft, our major partner, for example, has done a major initiative with Oracle around how those two platforms coexist in our customers together. Because what we now know is that 90% of our customers are using multi-cloud solutions, and at least 14 different cloud platforms typically deployed in each customer.
I mean, there's obviously a whole host of challenges there, but there's got to be a lot of opportunity for businesses over the coming years, and if they get their strategies right and they're focusing on the right solutions?
Absolutely. And what we're seeing is, whilst being the disruptor of your sector is clearly difficult, there was a session that we did this morning around digital disruptor toolkit, and what are the key traits that customers need to demonstrate if they're going to disrupt their sectors. What we've also discovered is those that do are actually outperforming the rest of their competitors by up to 40%. So it really is worth the time and effort to look at how you disrupt your sector.
Thomas, over the course of this morning and yesterday during Media Day, we've been hearing a lot about trust, not least in the keynote a few moments ago. I'm keen to understand what Fujitsu's doing in partnership with their service providers to help drive home that trust message and build confidence in the market. Because it's a big thing, trust, right?
Yeah, it is, and trust in cloud is really the base for how the cloud works. So if you want to get some the benefits and the productivity out of the cloud platforms, you really need to remove barriers and control gates and the bureaucracy, and to enable or to trust your developers, trust third parties who are working to building those apps and solutions, in that they know what they're doing and that give more responsibility to them. Because essentially they will be deploying solutions that are really end-to-end and might be dynamic in nature and drive additional consumption when needed, and that requires some trust. So long gone are kind of the days when you had to do the business plan up front and get approval for it to be able to get that one virtual machine. Now that trust has to be given to the developers.
See, but this has got to be music to your ears at Microsoft.
It is, definitely.
You must be thinking, this is just brilliant.
I think it's absolutely brilliant that we can help our customer to move forward with their business, to increase their efficiency, to increase their profit, to take smart decisions based on data that is very handy to them in different channels. And that's why we want to continue that journey with our capable partner. And we launched in July a great program, Azure Migration Program, that help customers to move with the help of capable partners, certified partner, to move their estate to the cloud. We are covering SQL, Windows, and Linux workload. And we will talk about that more today in our session at 5. So I'm inviting all the people here to come and hear us.
Well, there you go. If you're at the ICM today, get yourself along to
Definitely.
that. Plenty of insight. We had Darren Gale and Tristan Rogers swing by yesterday. They were talking about security. What I find really interesting is within cloud, we're in a period where maybe we've got too many properties. We've kind of found our ways to where we are, not necessarily had the right strategy from the outset. I was hearing a lot of companies are having to sort of undo a bit of work. So cloud's supposed to save time and money, yet businesses are now spending more money and deploying more time to rectify their cloud strategy because they didn't get security baked in from the start. Yeah. How big a problem is that?
It's a significant one. And actually, we were working just last week with one particular organization in financial services. 6 different departments had actually picked 3 different security products from 3 different cloud platforms. And when I first went to see the customer, I said, I've got to be honest, if I was starting from somewhere, it wouldn't ideally be here. But actually, we've got to recognize, right, the cloud is there as a tool to suit the needs of business. And these organizations need to be agile. They need to be responding quickly to other disruptors and opportunities in their sectors. So we need to find a way of effectively intercepting that plan and helping them get to the optimal answer. Sometimes that's been really well thought through and has got security baked in from the outset. Sometimes not. But the good news is that us, particularly in partnership with Microsoft and our other partners, are able to work through that and come up with optimal solutions for our customers.
I know this is a tough question. In fact, I asked Paul Patterson to forecast something for the next 12 months, and he turned around to me and said, I'm not stupid enough to predict that. But what are we likely to see over the next 12 months information-wise? Are there going to be more trends hitting the horizon, or is it going to be more of what you've been talking about, do we think?
I think there's going to be significant changes, actually. So I'm going to be, I guess, a little daring in some of my predictions. For example, one of the things that we're seeing is historically end user infrastructure has been completely separate from what's been undertaken in the data center. And we as Fujitsu have got over 3.5 million users of desk-based and workplace solutions under management across Europe. We're now seeing more and more requirements that are saying, please host that solution in Azure. Right? Please completely combine all my infrastructure together into a converged solution to meet both the needs of our data centers and our workplace users. And I think actually at least half, if not more, of the requirements that we gain from customers in 12 months' time will reflect those set of requirements.
Thomas, I'm going to ask the same question of you. What do you think the future holds for us?
Well, I think the cloud adoption and cloud migrations are really accelerating now. This year will be one of those years where that's going to, well, it has already, but it's really going to escalate and scale to bigger numbers.
I can imagine the answer's similar, Ziva, but looking through the Microsoft lens, I mean, what do you think is going to impact the next 12 months? What's going to come to the fore through the Microsoft
So I think
lens?
we just scratched the surface of what we can do with the cloud platform, both because technology did a significant progress and also the knowledge within our partner and the customer grew significantly in the last year or two. So I think that the future is bright in the fact that we can really accelerate the impact of our businesses, of our customer, joint customer, to really drive more impact on their business results and create more profit for them. So I think if we're looking ahead, expanding the use of the cloud, not only for the infrastructure piece, but also for the line of business application, which Fujitsu have significant experience, like SAP on Azure and other platform, will drive a significant change in the market and the use of the cloud.
Following on, Thomas, we know the Azure platform, it does so much, agility, efficiency, there's a cost benefit to businesses. How do we think businesses are going to benefit from those propositions going forward? What else is Microsoft Azure going to be doing for businesses? How does it solve challenges?
Well, so just this week was Microsoft Ignite, and there were launches with significant changes. So one of the things that Microsoft launched was Azure Arc, which enables you to manage not only Azure with Azure toolsets, but actually a bigger environment, so your on-premise and workloads on other clouds with the Azure tool set. So and another one of these kind of tool sets that Microsoft is bringing is the Lighthouse, which is a managed service provider tool set. So there's a lot of focus clearly on providing more tools to manage the cloud in a more effective way.
Brilliant. Mark, Thomas, Ziva, thank you so much for coming and seeing us.
Pleasure.
If you've got any questions around this segment, cloud, or any of the Microsoft properties, you can drop us a line using the hashtag Fujitsu Forum TV. We will get you connected so you can pick up conversations. Another theme coming out of Fujitsu Forum TV this year is around the workforce. We talk a lot about digital transformation within the business, but what do we need to do for the workforces to better enable them, drive greater loyalty, and get the very best efficiency and opportunity out of our workforces? Well, we're talking about that next. That segment, what time are we at? It's 12:42. We'll be back live 1 o'clock on Central European time. I keep saying it. If it's the UK, it's an hour earlier. See you in 20.